intro. Hello and welcome to the FPSGuides channel. I am John, otherwise known as Captain Stiffy, and then we have D Poodley, otherwise known as Danny, and then we have Mr. Top Hat Jones, otherwise known as Eric, over at I think he's at the bottom.
I am at the bottom. Yes.
The stream.
We don't know where he is now.
Don't worry.
It could be
Sorry. Yeah, I think that's generally the the layout. It's just like Danny, me, Eric.
Yeah,
so.
I tried to make it consistent.
But anyways, this is our weekly podcast where we talk about the latest news around the gaming world, juicy rumors, controversies, random topics of discussion, all that kind of jazz. If you like what you see or hear, please check out our other content on Twitch, YouTube, FPSguides.com, and wherever podcasts can be found. So
definitely YouTube, because I saw that there was more views on the Twitch video yesterday, which is awesome, by the way. I'm not complaining at all. Check it out on YouTube though. Oh shit.
Yeah. Check out those YouTube videos because it's we always post the podcast on there, and it's cut up a little nicer, and also we have like reviews and just little discussion, like short videos, just like discussion videos and stuff. Actually, mostly done by our boy Eric over here, and his editing skills are getting better every time. And it'd be really great if you show some love in the YouTube. And if you are watching on YouTube, check out our live stream at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays.
Yep.
But yeah. So what y'all been playing this week? What y'all been doing this week? I haven't been playing a whole lot of games this week myself. I mean, I played a little bit of Ghost Runner, played a little bit of Phasmophobia, and played a little bit of Folklore Hunter, which I basically made Danny buy like last night, and we tried it out last night. And Folklore Hunter was pretty cool though. It's actually
I would switch to gameplay if
scary.
I could, but I can't.
Well, wait, do you want to talk about that? We'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about that a little bit later, especially when more people get in, because everyone slowly trickles in once we start.
Slowly trickles in. True.
Yeah.
I watched you guys on Pornhub. Oh yeah, check out our.
We have a Pornhub channel? I didn't know that.
Check out our Pornhub channel.
That's all you, isn't it?
What? Must be my account. My bad.
Oh yeah. My account. My bad.
I share it with my dad.
I must have fat fingered the link button or something like that. Linked it to our Twitch channel.
Gets more views on Pornhub than like YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah,
like,
right.
What the hell?
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it, honestly. But
the comments are much nicer and like forgiving in there.
Dude, Pornhub comments are like the funniest fucking things. It'd be like this very graphic video, and people in the comments like, "Hey, you know how to tame a horse in Minecraft?" And then people just come, it's like, "Oh yeah, bro. What you want to do is you want to get a bunch of these things, and you want to craft it. You're gonna craft it just like this. You're gonna get some carrots and stuff. You can grow those by doing this."
It's like a step-by-step guide.
Yeah, people put like step-by-step guides in there. But yeah.
I've been running through about the same games lately, except I did just download the new Arma DLC, which has like aliens in it, which is supposed to be super cool. I saw like a friend playing it, and I was like, dude, I guess I'll get that. So I had to reinstall Arma and whatnot, which is a pretty fat download, but not like Call of Duty download.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on, like there's nothing, nothing that huge.
Yeah. And I tried to get back into Valorant. Valorant's still like, because they got the new hero released, and
oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah, with the new agent, I guess, released. And that agent's like I don't know. I think he's bottom tier in my opinion. Like, he's not that great.
I don't even know what. I don't even know what his new spiel is. What does he do?
I think it's a her. Yeah, it's a her, right? It's a her.
Or her. Yeah. What's her thing? What's she do?
She has like. I can't remember all of her abilities. I haven't unlocked her yet, so I haven't really used it. But I know she has a thing that she turns into a dog, and it kind of stuns you. She doesn't turn into a dog. Sorry, she like conjures a dog or something. I don't know. And like she controls it, and she can run around. You can shoot and kill the dog, and it doesn't attack you or whatever. But it runs up to you and attacks you. If she controls it, and it makes it attack you. And she's completely vulnerable for all this. And it like kind of stuns you, like like a stun, kind of like a cipher trap does.
Right.
And then that's about it. And then she has another one that I I can't remember the other. I don't know one ability, but I know the other ability is like she controls a bird, like a small bird. She lets it out. She like controls it and like uses it as a camera. She's completely vulnerable for this too, and she can use it and go around corners, kind of. But
So
she
she's like
uses
Snow
it,
White,
but
or
I don't know. She's supposed
What?
to be some
What?
elements,
you know,
I think.
like wasn't
Conjures
Snow White
birds?
ones who like talks to
Yeah,
animals and
Snow
shit?
White.
Yeah.
It kind of is like a Snow White, but like,
It's a far
the way that
leap.
she controls, the way she controls the bird is like a what's her name? Jet. Like a jet controls the bird, and
Okay.
or like a jet controls her smokes or whatever. Like she does it and aims it or whatever around.
Right. Yeah.
And she can detonate it a little bit early, but when she
Eats
detonates it, it's a flashbang. And right now, Valorant's kind of calling for like a little bit of a nerf to flashbangs because there's a lot of agents that have flashes, and there's literally games where you can be flashed for. I literally watched my buddy Joey play a ranked game, and he was like about flash for 4 or 5 seconds straight. Like literally, just he got like maybe a millisecond of like visual, and then he got flashed again, and I was just like, I'm like, dude, it's hard to watch you just get like I'm watching a red white screen the entire time, dude. Like, come on. So I mean, Valorant's having an issue with that. They just gave another character another flashing thing, so like it's getting annoying. But,
yeah, just flashing all
Yeah.
the time. Yeah,
Mhm.
that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah, it makes sense to like be a little bit annoyed by that, right? I mean, so I feel like
cause like whenever I play it, I feel like unless I'm like playing Sage, I wouldn't want to play a character that didn't have like a flash.
yeah, it
You
could
know?
go into something. Yeah, and then they also did buff Breach, I think, since you last played, so his flash is a little bit longer of
Yeah.
a flash. So yeah, he has like I think total like 6 seconds worth of flashing if he wants to flash you for 6 seconds.
I think it just needed to come out a little quicker, personally.
Yeah,
It was the
did.
slowest flash, I think.
It did. They did increase that a little bit too, or you decrease that. I mean, a little bit too. But like we're talking like milliseconds again. But then again, milliseconds in Valorant time is like
Yeah.
forever. Like
I mean,
you know.
it's
Not
the
a
kind
lot.
of game where you like
Is it
start
that
counting
much?
frames and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like a
that's what
fighting
frames
game pretty
actually
much.
matter.
Yeah, like a fighting game, because everything is like so moment to moment. Yeah. You know, like
Yeah.
you overshooting your aim by like the slightest bit, can make you lose. So it's just like
Yeah, like just those
all
little
about
things.
precision.
Like,
Little things
and,
do make a big difference. Yeah.
yeah, they really do, and that's why like people like. John used to get mad at me for being like, I need every frame. And then I was like, all right, well, then now we started playing Valorant. He's like, all right, I kind of understand how you are begging for literally every frame. And yeah,
I
it kinda
finally
does
understand.
help.
My eyes are open.
yeah, but I mean, I don't know. But I don't know what they're going to do next with their next characters and stuff. I think their new map is supposed to, I think the new map did come out too, which is like a snowy map as well.
Yeah.
A little bit larger.
Dude, I'll play
yeah,
like a
that's-
clean 60, and Danny'd be like 60.
Yeah, like 60. Yeah, I got 140 and I'm never
double
going
that.
back. I'm never going back. Not happening. Not gonna happen.
Well,
not for me.
This new computer, I'll be able to
Mm.
juice up like that.
Yeah, dude, you'd be like, you just scoff at, you're gonna scoff at 120 and be like, ugh, fucking, my eyes hurt.
Oh my
120, gross.
What is this peasant stuff? I'm never going back.
I think I'm actually gonna get a computer, and I think my monitor won't be able to fully keep up with what I can dish out.
Mm. Yeah, that's My,
But anyways.
it's monitor now too. Okay.
Yeah, that's how it goes, dude. You get
One thing at a time.
You get one part of your PC and you're like, oh, but my video card isn't strong. Oh man,
I know.
My CPU isn't strong. Oh man, I need a new monitor.
No,
like,
no,
oh
yeah,
shit.
no,
Now I'm
they-
I'm
doing
already
the whole
thinking of
thing.
something to get,
Yeah,
because like
dude.
I'm gonna have to get an OS as soon as that, that's like $100 something, $20, some bullshit like that. But then I'm like, oh man, I might want to get some more RAM because it only comes with 16. And then like, oh, maybe I want to get like a better mounts or something for my monitors, so we can get them off the table, and it's gonna become yeah. You can easily spend money on it. Yep.
Easily,
Yeah.
dude. Super easily.
A hobby that definitely can get out of hand. Also, one other game that I was playing again still was In Silence. I was playing that again. And I totally didn't even know about it, but they did just do like a Halloween event or whatever, and so it has like little jump scares and stuff. So like you'll be in the middle of like going to pick up a tire or something like that, like something off of the ground, and like just a zombie hand will come out of the ground and like try to grab you, and it's just like super scary.
That's like Carrie, dude. That's like Carrie all over again.
Like,
I don't know if you guys have seen Carrie, but that's a famous
Yeah.
scene of that movie.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
You'll be running around too, and like witches will be flying around the map, and like it's got like a
Like a scary soundtrack or
what's it
something.
called? No, like what's it? War fog? Oh my god.
Fog
What's
of
that
War.
called? Fog of War. It has fog
War
of
fog?
War.
Yeah.
It's a green fog of war. Yeah. So it's
What do you
pretty
mean
cool.
Fog of War? Like
Like
it's got.
when you
Like it
when
covers the
you
map.
like when you only have a certain field of view in the game. Well, it replaces that field of view with fog. So like it makes it seem like
Oh,
you
so
see
like
it.
literal fog, yeah.
Yeah, like literal fog, but it's like a green
Okay.
foggy to it.
Like a green fog, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
But
Lit.
yeah, that's what, that was a cool update. I think they should almost keep that in the game because it was a really good update. It made the game a lot better. But yeah. Other than that, same shit. What about you, Eric?
Well, I just want to say right now that Streamlabs is like kind of half frozen. So I had a bunch of gameplay, like ready, and it's not gonna you're not gonna see it unfortunately because I can't click on the source to change it. So I guess enjoy this all this other gameplay you'll see. I'll be switching to OBS next week because this is bullshit. So. So basically, I've been playing. I finished Ghost Runner and I put up a review on it. So if you guys are interested, go check that out. It's definitely a better review than what I did on Mortal Shell. I'll tell you that. So just because like I know kind of what to do a little bit better now.
Right.
There's the Watch Dogs Legion Impressions I did with Dan. That's up there too. So if you're interested in that game, go check that out. And yeah, just Ghost Runner, and I haven't played any Doom Eternal yet because I've been playing a lot of Ghost Runner, trying to get the review done. And Ghost of Tsushima Legends, still playing that. Probably do some of the raid a little bit later today. I'm excited to do that because the raid is awesome.
Okay. Dope.
And yeah, that's about it. I've been other stuff has been on my mind lately because of recent events. So I've been trying to get prepared for that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So. Yeah, that's it for me. Yeah, that's right. I'll be moving to Washington in a couple weeks, and it's a huge change. So, we'll arrange how we do this podcast and stuff because of the 3-hour time difference. So we'll just keep an eye out for some updates on that.
Little weird. We'll have to change the time around probably.
Yeah, maybe like an hour later, because like
that
won't be too bad. So
right.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for those updates, and yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Just kind of trying to get a handle on things as these new things are popping up. So yeah, you guys want to jump right into these headlines here? We got some banger headlines actually. I know Danny probably wants to talk about some of this Xbox news, and if Deke has is here, we'll start off with that after we talk about Spider-Man Miles Morales. So
oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into Spider-Man Miles Morales. So Spider-Man Miles Morales reviews have dropped. It has an 85 on Metacritic, with a 9 on IGN. GameSpot gave it a 7. Game Informer gave it a 9. Easy Allies gave it a 9. And Marvel Spider-Man on PS4 got an 87 for reference. So it hit pretty good, apparently.
Were you guys expecting that? Were you expecting higher, lower? Like, what were you feeling for that one?
I was expecting a lot lower.
A lot lower? Really?
I was actually expecting a lot lower.
Really? Why is that?
I don't know. I just felt like this game. I felt like the first Spider-Man that came out for PlayStation. I felt like it had more time into it, and it had way more hype behind it, and it had just updates on it. Like, at least maybe it was just me. I don't know. It might have been me, just a crazy fan, constantly watching it. But it also, I just felt like it had way more hype behind it. There were so many YouTubers and streamers that were literally waiting for Spider-Man to come out, and there were so many memes going around saying hey, this Spider-Man's coming out on PlayStation, it's not coming out on Xbox, all this stuff. And then I felt like Miles Morales just slithered its way into whatever, and now all these streamers and all these gamers are dude, it's the greatest game, it's a great game, and all this, and they just, I don't know, I felt like it wasn't, maybe it was just the hype that was behind, there wasn't as much hype behind it, but yeah, it looked like a great game. And they definitely, one of the crazy things too is that I ended up watching some of the gameplay again. I didn't want to, but yeah, they literally made it so that Miles Morales isn't as like experienced in web slinging and stuff as like Spider-Man is. So when he like travels by web, whatever he looks like he's like having like he like stumbles a little bit sometimes, and he's pretty cool. And then he also is Miles Morales, and he's more of a kid. And there's one thing where he like slings really high in the air, and he just like puts his hands behind his back as he's falling. Like it's just like he's definitely way cooler. It's like,
I mean he's like definitely like a cooler Spider-Man.
He's the cooler Spider-Man, right?
With the way he like shows off and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's the Spider-Man that gets bitches. Just like,
he's the Spider-Man that gets bitches.
Like it's it.
DCAS is wondering if it's. He says he's always just coming to PC.
Well, I get through. Yeah.
They just die. Yeah, I mean, I kind of expected it to get around that score. I mean, as soon as it was announced, everyone's like, "I love it. I love everything about it. I want it now." So I mean, because it was. I mean, it already had Marvel's Spider-Man as like the basis. I mean, because it was just built from that game, so it's not like they really had to make a whole lot of.
Yeah, they didn't have to make a whole new engine or nothing. Like
make a whole new anything really, except for like some the character model and the story and stuff like that.
Like
but they didn't have to
and stuff like
remake it from the ground up. They had this existing, proven game that worked, and they just were able to get into it, tweak it, and pop out this this standalone. Which is why I said it was like kind of like a DLC because it's like. It's built off of it. I mean, it's a standalone title, but it's just built off of it, similar to how a DLC is.
Mm-hmm.
So, as long as they were able to hit all the right notes, then I didn't really expect it to do much worse than that. Although I didn't think it would be that close. I thought that would be more like an 80-ish. What I would think.
Really, but, I was definitely expecting it to be around this for sure. That's what I thought it would be. Just because of everything that you said, that it was built, around Spider-Man and has the same tech and
right, it's like
and stuff. So like how
it's already a proven.
Like how can you mess it up?
Like you would have to fuck something up that was already working all right. Was already working perfectly. So that's.
But I'm excited for it for sure.
Yeah,
I'm very,
pretty cool.
Very, very excited. I really want to see. Like how the SSD in the PS5 really enhances it, like with the loading times. When he just swings out of a hideout and it's just like he just stalls in the air for 2 seconds, I'm like, oh, okay, that's the loading. I'll take that any day of the week, man. Like instead of going to a loading screen and kind of jumped out of the game and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it.
The changes to loading times are insane. I mean, I was actually watching a video of like showing Warframe in on like the new consoles and stuff, and it's like. It's drastic. Like they like there was like because in Warframe a lot of loading screens happen at like doors, so like you'll just be standing in front of a door waiting for the area to load. But then it might take like 30 seconds, but then they showed up side by side comparison and they were just like instant. So
that's awesome. That is so much better, dude. I'll take that almost over next gen graphics. Like if you could just bring me to my destination as quickly as possible. That's a huge game changer.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, I guess you kind of take for granted, and until you really see that much of a difference. You're like, man, I'm actually spending like a whole ass minute in loading screens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a ton.
And
of time.
It could be like 5 seconds. So, yeah. Any more thoughts on the Spider-Man Miles Morales?
I don't think so. Hype.
No, I just want to play it.
I just want to play it.
Yeah, that's about it. I just want to play it.
Yeah, you gotta get PS5 first though, which is tricky.
Yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that. The Xbox Series X and PS5 reviews are out. There's been a lot of individuals, news outlets such as like IGN and stuff getting an at-home copy of the console for their reviews. So a lot of those reviews are kind of out, and we didn't get one because we're not that big.
Oh my god, I would crap my. Can you imagine, Danny, if you just like woke up and it's like, here's a PS5, go review it, and you're just
Yeah, I'm
probably
gonna
crap
email
myself,
like, hey,
dude.
here's
It's like,
PS5.
hey, like, y'all do a news channel, right? Yeah. All right, here's
Yeah.
PlayStation 5. All right,
Dude, oh
bet.
my
Yeah.
god.
If only, right?
One day.
Okay. Well, we have kind of like the summary of a lot of the things that people have said regarding the new consoles from their hands-on.
Yeah.
Um, so for the Xbox Series X review, it's obviously it's a very thick console. It's a beefy thing. It looked like
Yep.
it's like a fridge.
Yes, it does.
It runs very quiet. Apparently, it actually runs very very quiet. It has 1440p supports. It doesn't run too hot. It runs at a pretty even cool temperature. The quick resume feature has been kind of like the main draw for the console so far. Or it's like you're just able to swap back into a game and start it up exactly where you left off pretty much instantly, especially with the improved load times. And so if you're the multitasker type of gamer, you can really be swapping in and out all day.
Hold on, I want to pause right there. Do you guys think you'll use this feature at all? Like you personally, are you the type of gamer that would have maybe multiple games running, or would you take advantage of this?
I don't know actually, cause I like I swap between games somewhat frequently, I guess. I mean, just last night, like I was playing Ghost Runner, just kind of waiting for everyone to get together so we can play, Folklore Hunter,
Yeah.
it probably would have been cool to be able to just keep Ghost Runner up and not have to have quit out of it
Yeah.
and then start Folklore Hunter, and then whenever I go back into Ghost Runner, I can just pop it back in and go right back to where I was. So that would be cool.
Yeah.
But how much do I think I need a feature like that? Me personally, not too much. It's just not that big of a deal to me to just kind of quit out of a game to go start up a different one.
Yeah.
I guess it really depends on the game, you know. But I guess if you're in Dark Souls 3 or Demon Souls or whatever, and you're too far from a fucking bonfire, and you're just like, all right, I'll just stop where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I guess. But in most of the games, at least that I play, it's pretty much made to pick up right where you left off.
Yeah.
So I guess yes and no. I think it's a cool feature. If I had it, I would try it out. Maybe I'll end up loving it. But I guess coming from a place where I have never had a really feature like that, I never really gave too much consideration into it.
I can say that I'm kind of with John. If I could live without it, I could live without it. Yeah, but if I have it, that's really cool. Because I can tell you, when I was playing, Xbox kind of already had it. For single player games and stuff, for games that you're only some games. I know for sure Assassin's Creed did it, because I would be playing Assassin's Creed, I'd save a game, and then you're fast travel to somewhere, and I'd save the game, and I'd go play can't remember. I was playing another game with other people. I think it was Dragon Ball Fighters, and I was on Smite too. I would just go tab over and go load up Smite, and I'd have to load up Smite or Dragon Ball Fighters and stuff. Play that game however long I'm playing it, and then I'd go back to Assassin's Creed, and I would literally just tab over and just open it back up, and I would just be sitting there perched on the wherever hell I just teleported to before I left. So it was that was super cool, and it's great. It's great to be like, oh, thank God it's still right here. But it wasn't foolproof. It definitely wasn't full. It wasn't 100% every time. I wouldn't every time I did. Sometimes I would actually have to restart the game. But it was just quite the luxury to have. But if I had to restart the game or reload it, I don't think I would really care that much.
That's what I think. Yeah.
But it's just really cool to have. But I mean, how often am I doing that? Not that long or not that often.
True. I think it could be useful for a family of gamers. If you have a bunch of people using the console, and say your kids are using it or whatever, and then they're done, you could just switch right off to whatever game you're playing when they go to bed or whatever. So I could see a family really utilizing this feature. more than
see
just like
that.
maybe one person.
Yeah, if you have like a sibling or something like that, and they're playing one game, but you're playing another. Like, oh, it's my turn to use the Xbox.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool feature. Some more key points. The controller. The controller, is said to be it's obviously very similar to the Xbox One controller that we're used to now, but it feels a little better. But honestly, it wasn't a whole ton of improvements could be made there because it was a pretty beloved controller already,
Yeah.
and it's used for a lot of applications. I mean, maybe they could have gone away with adding a little bit more features onto it, but
Yeah.
I know they went with something, I guess, something simple they know that people liked.
I did read an interview that they had with like why they didn't really change the consoles or change the console controllers, and they said because like a lot of their fans and people like already liked the original one, and that when they did decide to change it and make it like larger or smaller, that they could tell the difference, and they were like, yeah, we don't like it, we just want it back from the other one. So they just, like Xbox always does, just listen to their fans,
Yeah.
like they're like, nope, we wanted this size, it was good before. They said they made it larger, but then like, people with smaller hands are just like, dude, I can't even press all the buttons.
It's too big.
Yeah, so like there's people with small hands, they can't really press all the buttons and stuff. Like, so yeah, you got to think of them too. Like,
get a PlayStation.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like getting a phone, like a new phone, and you're like, I can't reach this app. Like,
Yeah.
like I can't reach it. Like it's too far.
It's like, yeah, when you first upgrade to like the XL phones, and you're just like,
yeah. Man, there are people with small hands though too. They definitely got to think of that, because I remember I had one of my friends over, like she was playing Guitar Hero, and she's like a short girl, like really short, tiny, person, and I was like, play it on hard already, you just press the orange button. She literally could not hit the orange button. She would have to travel her hand, and I'm like, dude, you know what? Don't go on hard. Stay where you are, because that's not okay. You're really at like a handy. Like, this is not.
I get why. Down. Just shift your hand down.
No, she literally, you would have to every time. It was. I was like, that's actually a lot of. That's a lot to where it comes. I don't blame you now. I was like, I'm so sorry.
I'm crap at Guitar Hero, and I have big hands, so I just they're just clumsy.
The other FPS guide says they could have fancied it up a bit. It looks pretty plain, or looks so plain. I don't know who that is. I'm assuming that's
that must be Sig.
I'm assuming that's him, because
I don't have
that.
I want a next gen controller for Christmas until he saw it.
He's gonna get a PlayStation, dude. That's the true next gen controller, of which we'll get to after this.
I don't know. Don't fix what's not broken, I guess, was the mentality that
Yep.
they went with.
Kind of mentality of the whole Xbox Series X, dude, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, look at these bullet points, dude, like, that we're reading off to you.
Yeah, you don't need that much, though. Like, I mean...
True.
I really, don't need that much. Hey, guys, Lozano here.
Pretty sure I was like, I hope that's not me, because I ain't doing that.
Yeah, we are, right? We're a gaming channel. We just got hacked. So, yeah. But, yeah.
So what's the next thing on here?
So, anyways, yeah. The backwards compatibility, was one of the big features in the Xbox One X, or Xbox One Series X. And the backward compatible games all run smoother, look better, and they load much faster. The major downside that it's been going on about it now is, there's just not really any games out there for it right yet to see what the hardware can really do. So if you get, you'll have a really nice console, but nothing really to break the boundaries until until a later date. PS5 also has kind of like a bunch of different reviews and talking points. Also very large, even larger than the Xbox Series X. Runs also very quiet, but apparently slightly louder than the Series X. It does not have 1440p support. It runs actually very cool, and that must have been a big, as we said before, that was a big point of Sony, was to create a console that would stay cool for a lot longer. when we showed that like crazy heat sink that they designed for the PlayStation. So
half the console.
Yeah, there's like the crazy looking the one that looked like it was like a carving of the United States.
Yeah.
It was wild looking. So yeah, it runs very cool. Does not have a quick resume feature, like the Xbox does, but it does boot, load, and switch games very quickly. The controller is very different than the PS4 controller. We've already gone into a lot of detail about the different changes, such as being like the haptics, the adaptive triggers, and yeah, everyone's been pretty stoked about these new controllers. The controller is also a lot larger than the PS4 controller, which I'm a big fan of. That was one of my biggest things with the PlayStation controller and why I preferred the Xbox controller so much more.
Yeah.
Was that the handles were just shorter, and it doesn't feel as comfortable to hold in your hands. The Xbox controller, filled your hands. It was big. And so it looks like they kind of went with a different design philosophy with that, which is really nice to see. Backward compatible games also run smoother, look better, load faster, but not as good as the Series X did. As the back compatible games are not as well optimized for it as the backward compatible games are for the Xbox console. There are next gen games to show off on this console, such as like Spider-Man Miles Morales. And so it's going to probably end up getting a lot more show and instead of just tell, because it's going to have all these new quote unquote cutting edge games that are going to really showcase the capabilities of the console. And Xbox fans will have to wait a little while until something really next gen comes out for the Xbox.
Honestly,
something next gen exclusive comes out for the Xbox to really see how it shines.
I think honestly, just till Valhalla comes out.
Till Valhalla.
Yep. Till Assassin's Creed comes out, they're not gonna be nothing to flex on. Like
it's is Valhalla gonna be? Valhalla's also gonna be made for current gen too, isn't though?
Yeah. Yeah. But
I was thinking next gen exclusive. Type of deal, like whenever
like Demon's Souls is for PS5, like pure,
or just whenever the next game is that they just whenever they decide that like okay this isn't gonna be playable on Xbox One, we're making it so you have to get an Xbox Series X, because then they won't really have to cater to any kind of lower capabilities of the hardware. They'll just be able to push it to the limits and really see what the Xbox Series X can do.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like the review roundup for all the different or for each console, and what these different media outlets have been saying about it.
How do you guys feel about that? Does this change your mind either way? Were you pretty set in your ways before? Is there maybe like something in here you're like, oh man, that's that's something I didn't think about or I didn't consider? Or are you pretty just like, I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get?
Not really. Yeah, I mean, we kind of knew a lot of this stuff already.
Kind of knew a lot of stuff already. It was just kind of annoying how like Sony decided that they wanted to encrypt just about everything that they were saying. Like everything was like kind of like sort of kind of maybe like there was a lot of like that talk when they were doing things, especially when they were talking like backwards compatibility. It's like these games are gonna kind of be backwards compatible to a certain extent. It's like
kind of.
What the hell does that mean?
Might be
kind of not really maybe, and like the fact that it had to be like the fact that I had to go through like so many people to like finally we're like what 2 weeks out and I finally like got like an answer. Oh, these specific games list are not going to be backwards compatible. It's like okay, thank you. Now, moving on. Like
yeah, it's like that should have been
a bit late.
Had that ready.
They basically just made it show that all the big PS4 titles are going to be compatible with the PS5. That's basically what their go-to. Yeah.
True, that was their go-to, but anyways, only 8 games are not going to run on PS5. Only 8 PS4 games are not going to run on PS5. And maybe like 1 or 2 Assassin's Creed games. But, who cares about that? So.
But let's say like the big titles, that probably drew a lot of people to PlayStation in the first place, like Bloodborne, God of War, The Last of Us, games like that, those will all be playable on the PS5 with all of the juicy benefits of it of upscaling and faster load times and
Yeah, they had
all that good stuff.
I think Digital Foundry just did a video that showed like Days Gone running at a smooth 60, God of War running at a smooth 60. It's like, oh man, that is exactly what I want.
Looking good. But yeah, that was it for the headline. The headlines was pretty much just like kind of everyone unboxing their consoles this week except for us because we're under the radar.
One day.
To say it nicely. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the smaller news. You will not be able to purchase a PS5 in store on launch day. Instead, it will only be able to purchase online through retailer websites.
Makes sense.
That's true. Just nowhere. Nowhere.
More so like not like that they don't have any consoles out or anything like that, and like not that they don't like have any like to give out or whatever. It's just like there's no need to like have everyone rush into a store and hang out and like under COVID right now when it's COVID season. Like there's no point in like making everyone do that. I don't know if that's what their intention was, but
midnight release lines and stuff like that.
That's pretty much what they said.
I mean, yeah. So definitely.
Can you imagine those headlines? Like Sony doesn't give a fuck about people. Get in line for a PS5. Like, oh, dude, like you could have avoided this.
Look at what Sony made them do. Like,
very important to note, though, people do not go to a store at midnight the day before it releases, thinking that you can like wait in line because you're not going to be able to get one. They're not going to be there, so don't do it.
Yeah, don't even bother.
Don't waste your time.
Right.
And I guess is Xbox doing the same thing, or
I think Xbox is not, but the Xbox also said like straight up like, and they have, I think at GameStop's have the signs out there, or they had them. I don't know if they're still out there. Literally said like we're only gonna have like 5 consoles, like for people to release. Like we're only gonna have like 2 Xbox S's and like 5 X's. Like that's it. Like that's it.
That's all you got.
Yeah, that's all we got to work with, guys. Sorry.
They did say though.
Did you want to talk about Blizzard thing?
Oh, yeah. Blizzard. Blizzard Entertainment also announced this year that they're doing a Blitz. Earlier this year, we talked about it. We said it when they first announced it.
Hold on a second. Do you hear that?
Oh,
do you hear that, John? There's like, it's like static almost. Like it happened when you moved your mic, Danny. It's like staticky. All right. I guess now talk.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, I guess it's me then. Okay. I'll just ignore it a lot, I guess. It's extremely...
Let us know on stream if you guys hear any static or something like that. Let us know.
Yeah.
If the audio is a little bit messed up.
Yeah, I'm like listening to the stream. I don't know.
But back to, I guess, what I was saying. Blizzard announced earlier this year. We talked about it. We said it. That they're going to be doing, BlizzCon completely online. This was when COVID hit. But earlier this week, I think like Monday, they said that it's just going to be completely free. Like it's going to become all online. It's going to be completely free. Everyone can do it. Anyone can get on and watch like all the BlizzCon stuff, which free stuff is always dope.
Like they did something good.
Yeah, they did something good. I mean, it's
but like realistically, like how it'd probably be pretty difficult for them to stop people from viewing the BlizzCon content without paying.
They did it last time. It's like you get like specific. I don't know. Maybe you could probably like.
How would they do that?
They did it last time where you had to buy a ticket in order to get things. Like you watch a stream like on their site, like that they stream from their sites, and then
need to like input a code in order to like watch the stream or something.
Yeah, you did, and you had to like log in with your Blizzard account. And then your Blizzard be like access to your Blizzard account. Like your ticket would be onto your Blizzard account. So it's like, oh, this person has access to everything on here. And then they did things like, which I'm guessing they're probably going to do for this one too. It's like, if you watch these streams, because they have multiple streams going on, like just like in BlizzCon, there's multiple rooms having events going on. Like you get to meet the devs for Overwatch over here. You get to meet the voices for like, I don't know, World of like WoW, over here, like the people who do voice acting and stuff like that. So you can watch whichever stream you wanted to watch, like, or you could go into whichever room you want to watch. So it's basically like how they're going to do this. I'm thinking they're going to this is what they're gonna do. They might do just one at a time, but they did it last year, where you would just watch different streams, and different streams would offer different rewards. Like, you know, if you watched a stream or whatever for so long, then you would get like a code for like a skin or something like that for a game that you would play. Which I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how they're gonna do it this year yet, but that's kind of how they did it before, which was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad
Wait,
idea at all.
I'm not saying they don't have any kind of like, any kind of like security thing, but
Yeah,
I'm just
definitely.
saying I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to kind of like, record your screen and then upload it to Reddit.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
And then, but I think honestly, it's just like the rewards now, like because there were like
Yeah,
skins and stuff.
but yeah,
like,
then
that
now
you could
they're
get exclusively.
that was the incentive. Yeah,
Yeah, so now I think
makes sense.
yeah, but yeah, it should be. I'm guessing everyone's just gonna be streaming it, everything. Like I don't know, but we'll see. It's free. You
It's
can
free.
do it. You can
Yeah.
watch it. Yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty cool.
That's a good
yeah,
move.
that's
That's a
what-
good move. It would have been bad if they didn't kind of
Yeah.
do that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
There's
going on
actually
really.
something I want to move up here because it's kind of bigger than
Oh yeah, true.
the stuff below it. So, talk about Todd Howard, everyone's favorite guy.
What a guy.
The It Just Works man himself. So,
God, talk about a phrase that defines one person, dude. That.
like you can't not think. Yeah, you can't not think of Todd Howard when you think of like it just works.
He
So,
just looks like a Marvel villain. Dude, right? Am I wrong?
no, I mean,
Can we pull a
yeah,
picture?
you're right.
No,
I
I
mean,
can't. I can't do
the-
anything.
the gaming the gaming community is not shy of their dislike of Todd Howard. So let's but speaking of which, Todd Howard is a good speaker, and he came on during an interview with gamesindustry.biz and kind of just gave some insights on what's going on in the company. Ever since last we heard, Microsoft basically bought up Bethesda or ZeniMax. Yeah, ZeniMax
Yeah,
and Bethesda.
ZeniMax.
And they're kind of under the Microsoft umbrella now. Todd Howard has said that Bethesda is actually increasing their work on their proprietary engine, the Creation Engine, 5-fold allegedly. So they're putting 5 times as much effort into their engine as they have previously, which is good because if you haven't realized, the reason that Skyrim and Fallout and all the other Elder Scrolls games are so like fucking buggy and stuff is because the Creation Engine is kind of trash. I mean,
Oh my god.
Trash.
trash in the
That's
sense
like
that
a nice word.
it is, and it's a very outdated engine that has been kind of Frankensteined into working for next gen, and it was barely cutting it, and all that stuff was made pretty blatant when Fallout 76 released on that engine, and it was an absolute dumpster fire. Among the other litany of reasons why Fallout 76 failed, but the Creation Engine obviously didn't help because it's basically the same engine that Bethesda has been using since like Morrowinds, which was like a really old Bethesda. Morrowind was on a disc for the PC. That's how old it was. So to put it in perspective for you,
Yeah, but this timing is so. We just got bought by Microsoft. Guess it's time to overhaul the engine. It's like,
yeah,
all right,
I guess
come
it's
on.
time to
Like-
raise our standards. I mean, maybe there was kind of like behind the scenes meeting, and Microsoft execs are just kind of like
Cracking the whip.
You guys got to up your game because this is not our this is not what we do here. We have a certain standard we like to meet. So that sounds maybe that's what's happened. Yeah, they kind of cracked the whip on them.
Dude.
So there was like an hour-long interview, and basically just kind of went into some of the little detail about the stuff that they're working on. Talked a little bit more about Starfield, but still nothing really yet. They said the whole reason that they went ahead and announced Starfield so early with literally no information about it is to kind of just let the public know that's like, hey, this is a game that we're working on. But according to Todd Howard, they plan on doing the very similar thing that they did Fallout 4, which is basically they start showing a bunch of trailers and stuff for it when it's basically 100% complete and it's two months away from shipping.
Yeah, 2 months away from shipping for us to beta test. Okay.
Yeah, for those beta tests, pretty much.
Hmm.
Todd Howard has said that Bethesda is aware of the issues that the people would have with their creation engine. And, you know, like I said, they're increasing their efforts to improve it. According to Todd, this is the biggest update to the engine maybe ever. They said the last time they did an engine update this massive was probably from when they updated the engine from Morrowind to Oblivion, which is a big jump if you actually look at those games side by side. So, I mean, this is nearly a full overhaul. Todd said Bethesda wants to retain some aspects of the engine that's, you know, they feel as somewhat defines their brand, such as like the engine's capacity for modding, which is something that the community really does appreciate. You know, it's not just the whole age-old joke of modders fixing Bethesda games, you know, which, I mean, there's definitely some truth in that, but there's also there's just such a large community of people who just want to make their own content, put it into a game, and the Bethesda games such as Fallout and Elder Scrolls have been the most accessible for modders to do that. So that's kind of one of their biggest things that they want to retain. Apparently one of their biggest goals with their improvement of the engine is to increase the engine's capabilities for procedural generation. Moving forward, you know, they want to go for larger scales, and I guess, you know, having a smarter system for procedural generation lets them put more of their efforts into the more unique places that they want to, you know, put their effort into. They said this overhauled engine could define the future of Bethesda games. As Todd Howard has said that this new engine will be used in their upcoming titles such as Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield. So, yeah, they're really trying to pump it up. It just seems, I mean, man, that's an old engine, dude. That engine's like very old, and they're trying to juice it up. So I guess it stands up with next gen. Stands up with next gen games.
It better, dude.
Yeah,
like it has to.
Yeah, it has to, and they really got to put a lot into it.
People have been asking this for the longest time. They've been saying this is the biggest issue. Like, this is the issue. Maybe, like, literally everyone's just like, maybe if they just got a new engine, like, this would not be happening. And the courts, I mean, yeah, finally.
I think that's the concern, is that it's not really a new engine that they're making. So they're not making a new engine from the ground up for, you know.
Well, yeah. They're making
for new technologies. They're just taking the engine that they've been using and tweaking it as they have been tweaking it, but this time they're tweaking it at a much larger scale. But is that enough to make it a reliable engine for next generation titles? You know, we'll have to see. I'm not sure. I'm skeptical. Personally, I'm skeptical. What's that?
What's the next game that they're coming out with? Like, that's literally got the Bethesda stamp on it. Like, what's the next game that's going to be using this engine? Because, like, that's going to be the one that's probably going to test it, and then if everyone's going to complain or not.
Well, according to him, Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield are going to be the ones that are going to be using the engine. But those won't be coming out for quite a while. So, yeah, they're going to be spending a lot of their time on this overhauled engine. But so far, those are the two examples of games that he said was going to be rolling out with this engine. So it's I guess it's hard to say right now. But to be honest, I am skeptical, just because Bethesda has missed the bar in the past. You know,
They didn't.
Maybe they'll.
Such an eloquent way to put it, dude. They took the bar down, put it on the ground, and still tripped, dude. Like, that's what they did.
Yeah. They just like they didn't go over the bar. They just like they accidentally knocked it down, and then when they put it back up, they put it down. They put it back up like really low and hope nobody would notice it.
Yep. Right.
But yeah, it's yeah, I guess we'll see. Hopefully, I mean, hopefully it will because the type of games Bethesda games are, I really like, but the execution of it can be booty sometimes.
Yeah.
So if they can polish off the stuff that they've been told to polish off for frankly like a decade now, then Bethesda could jet right back up there with one of the the most successful franchises. I mean, at least for RPGs out there. So
Yeah.
we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Yep, the future will tell us.
But
Yeah.
moving on, we have some of the smaller news. Eric, did you want to talk about these next ones?
Oh, sure. There's one thing I just came across that I saw that I didn't put on there that I should have, but I'll add later. I think some sales numbers for Avengers came out recently because Square Enix did some sort of earnings call, and damn,
Okay.
let me tell you. So they basically said they lost 60 million on this game, and they spent about 100 million to make it. So, and they also said that they didn't give sales numbers, of course, because I mean, come on, you're not going to say your sales numbers if it's trash. But people are estimating that it sold around 3 million units, which is terrible. And
Oh my
Anthem
god!
sold more. Anthem was more successful.
So they're in the hole
Yes.
with this one.
Yes, they
Dude,
are.
they should have gave it to
Like,
THQ.
$100 million in the hole. Like, yeah. Well, that didn't work.
They should have gave the license to THQ. I mean, well, wait. So Square Enix is the one that's in the hole, and like technically the Avengers, like the Marvel got their payout. Marvel got their pay.
I mean, they pay for the trademark. Marvel has
Yeah, that's
besides allowing them the to use their characters and stuff like that. I mean, they pretty much have fuck all to do with the development of it. So
Wow.
yeah, Square Enix is going to be.
Yeah, Square Enix is the publisher and Crystal Dynamics is the developer, which is unfortunate because I like the Tomb Raider games a lot, and Crystal Dynamics did those Tomb Raider games. But man, that is just. I can't even imagine like running those numbers and being like, okay, you just get caught on the meeting. So how did vendors do? And you're just like, you just throw it out the window. I have no idea. We didn't run the numbers.
Dude, honestly, I think the presentations just suck too. Like that's really like whoever was like making the presentations and like making the like gameplay videos and stuff like that just made it look like not fun. Like,
It's just like
there also wasn't.
You could just tell that it wasn't fun.
Yeah, there wasn't that much juice to work with in the first place, but I mean, I feel like I don't know, it just definitely sucks. Like,
and then Spider-Man sitting over there on PS4, just like, should have came over here. Should have went with
poor guys.
Yeah,
those poor guys. At Crystal Dynamics, anyways.
Dude,
maybe they just weren't prepared to make a game of this scale, and I don't know. But,
I don't know, but
it's a shame.
There's that. So,
dude, and it's also sorry, one more thing just to bash on them because I feel like we haven't done it enough. We
haven't given them just desserts enough, dude.
Yeah, like this also during the whole pandemic thing when literally all video game sales were skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You guys still didn't make any money.
The people still didn't want it, dude.
Dude, yeah, imagine.
Oh my god,
dude. Like imagine, like that's crazy.
That's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, Square Enix the developers go up to Square Enix like, oh, what are sales numbers like, and just hands them the thing face down like, well, that's a lot of zeros. Is that a negative?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of commas. Wait a minute, is that a negative?
Wait a second.
And just like I want to point out that like they had some sort of raid or like high level thing like scheduled called like AIM Lab or whatever, which I don't even remember because I think I blocked that game out a lot in my head. But basically, like Ghost of Tsushima, a single player game, came out with their multiplayer and came out with their raid faster than a game that was made for multiplayer. Like, just the comparison is just insane to me. Like,
yeah.
But enough about that. Enough crapping, absolutely crapping on Square Enix.
On Marvel's vendors, yeah.
Yeah.
But like we mentioned earlier, how PS5s won't be sold in stores, physically in stores. That is, you can still get them online. Best Buy will not allow store purchases of either the PS5 or the Xbox Series X. So Best Buy is out of the loop on physical sales for both those consoles.
Is it just like due to quarantine?
It's COVID, I think. I'm very sure it's COVID.
Best Buy has been taking the big C pretty serious.
The big C.
The big C. It's taking it pretty serious. So I think that's got to be the main reason.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, honestly, I think the biggest thing is you want to avoid those huge lines and stuff like that, and potentials for, I guess, lawsuits and just crap that no one wants to deal with. You're just like, yeah, you can't get it here. I don't care.
Just
get it online
somewhere else.
Get it from that guy down the street. I don't give a shit. We don't have it.
Dude.
And then continuing on, this is an interesting story. Remember how we talked about those side plates of the PlayStation 5 that can be kind of replaced, and there's a third-party seller?
Oh, yes.
So they were called Plate Station 5. Little change around with the words there. They have been shut down by Sony themselves, and all the orders that they received have been refunded or canceled, and then will be refunded. So Sony themselves were like, probably just sent their Sony Samurai in there and chopped their heads off. So you can't do that. You can't do that. So this tells me that Sony is going to do custom side plates. And
Sony's like, hey, we're already doing that. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I definitely saw this already. They weren't originally called plate stations, but I think they blew up, because they only originally had those 3 colors. I think like the black, the blue, and like one other color or something, right? And then they were like, oh my god, everyone loves this. This is what everyone's been wanting, because literally everyone's wanting it. And they just changed their name to Plate Station, and then they released like camos, like different, like a green camo, like a frost camo, and stuff like that. And they were like, I guess everyone saw it go, pretty big and whatnot on the internet, so everyone started making orders, and PlayStation definitely slapped them. They're like, nah, dude, we're planning on doing this already. Like, don't do this. I don't know.
Can't do that.
But that does make sense though. Like, if they didn't go through PlayStation at all, and say, hey, can we sell something for your product? Like, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
agreed.
Would be like crapping myself. Like, they had to know that they were getting some sort of cease and desist or some sort of letter from Sony.
I was like, in order for this thing to really fly, I mean, that had to, I was thinking, it had to have been an agreement with Sony, but it looks like it wasn't. So
that's originally why that's originally why I got mad about it in the first place. I think I even on the last podcast, I was like, what the hell, Sony? Like, duh, we knew about it, and it wasn't even that. So oh, okay, never mind.
But yeah, so that happened. They got slapped in the face real hard there, and the next little thing, just a little quick update here. Godfall, the next or PS5 launch game. It's basically like a looter slasher mixed with Dark Souls and Monster Hunter combat and loot, which sounds pretty cool. But we'll have to wait and see for the reviews and stuff. That game is going to be a 6-month exclusive on a PS5, and then after that, it will go to PC. So the PC settings are pretty crazy too. Like the requirements are like really, really up there. Like it's like a 1080 Ti, I think, is recommended. I'm like, holy god,
dude! It said like an i7 1080. Like, I was like, whoa, that's the limit. Like, that's crazy. That's nuts.
Yeah. So that's a energy hungry game right there. It's gonna eat up systems. So
dude,
be prepared for that.
Great. You're not streaming that. We're not streaming that. Like,
I can run it. I'll be able to run it.
You could probably do it.
Oh, John would be able to run it. Yeah,
but,
and I'll be able to probably stream it too. But dude, a lot of people.
I'm not. No, I'm gonna get it on PlayStation 5, but I'm definitely.
Yeah.
My PC can't handle that crap. No way. It can't even handle a damn camera in Discord, dude. I can't do shit. So
You're showing its age.
But it only being
5 years old.
It only being 6 months exclusive is kind of shocking to me, because Sony really likes to their stuff be theirs, my stuff type stuff, and only 6 months is kind of weird. Most games, how long was freaking Horizon Zero a Sony exclusive?
3 years.
Yeah,
right.
And then they released.
But I mean, at launch they didn't have any intentions of making it also for PC though.
That's true.
Okay, that's true. I think
this one they have intentions in the beginning that they want to include the PC people at least for some of their games.
I think they're starting to see that a lot of people are. I think a lot. Well, personally, I think a lot of people are making going change into the PC life.
Yeah.
They're seeing it's pretty cool. And Sony's also starting to realize that, and they're starting to see all the money that they're profiting from it, from just making PC games, making their games, accessible to PC too. And technically, they're not giving it straight to Xbox, so which is really what they care about for some reason.
It's hard to say. I mean, it could also be the developers of Godfall just trying to lean on them a little bit, trying to negotiate a shorter time. Yeah. I mean, because in actuality, I feel like if you're a developer, you want it to go out on every console.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much regardless.
Yeah.
You get more money that way.
Mm.
You get more sales that way. But I mean, it could be that they kind of negotiated that, like all right, it's gonna be a year, and then it'll go to PC. Like, hold on, can we do 6 months? I mean, come on, this is a big title. We worked our asses off on it.
I also did say, like, when I first saw it, I was definitely, like, actually interested in this, and, like, I was like, oh, this looks really cool and stuff, but I didn't like that it was a Sony exclusive. I was like, man, this is the type of game that I feel like everyone should experience, because I don't want, content creators to come out with it and, like, it not have, like, all the stuff that I'm looking to watch on, like, YouTube or streaming and learn from and stuff. So, and then then they did say it was going to come to PC. I'm like, okay, that's even better. And, it would be also awesome if it could be crossplay, because that would be just amazing, like, as well. Cause,
it would be.
Yeah, it would just, no borders when it comes to, like, consoles is always fun. But I definitely feel like this is the type of game that should do that, because it's definitely like a controller type game. I feel like almost, but it's I mean, I don't know. It looks also, I don't know if I'm really leaning towards getting it.
I would like to pick it up because I like those type of games, those third person action based, like high skill combat games.
Mm.
But you guys like loot, so that's a draw.
Yeah. I do like loot, yeah. That's kind of what I'm kind of waiting, or I'm kind of was gonna sit on a little bit after launch, because it's just the thing is just kind of like for any kind of looter type of game, the potential for it's gonna be repetitive, but the potential for that repetition to be kind of monotonous and not as fun is always going to be there, and I just like to see how they execute it before I jump into it.
True, but
it can be achieved in a way where I still think it's fun. Like Monster Hunter, I mean, you do one thing, it's in the title. That's pretty much it. You hunt monsters, but like it still ends up being fun. 400 hours later. So it just it depends on how they navigate that, but it's definitely on my radar.
It depends if they make it fun for everyone, I feel like, too. And I think it just really comes down to, like, if all your friends can play it. And, like, that's the one thing that's going to drag me to it, too. It's a multiplayer game. Like, it's co-op stuff. So, and it also matters, like, the swag. I was looking at some of it.
Swag.
And some of it, it's, like, it's very...
futuristic.
It seems like a lot of, game, we just talked about it. Oh, my gosh. I'm losing my... Warframe. It's like Warframing. I don't know how you hit that, but anyways, it's very Warframe. The game
we talked about. This one.
It's definitely like that. It seems like it's gonna be like that, like where it's gonna be hard to like make what you want to make. But because Warframe, you have to spend like almost an hour making your outfit.
Warframe has such a huge capacity for swag. That's like why everyone plays it. To be honest, like low key, why everyone plays it is to make the most badass personalized looking Warframe ever. And I mean if they can hit that level of customization, it should be pretty spot on, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
Some of these games, when it comes to personalizing your character and stuff in some of these games, these guys had to take some notes from Digital Extremes, man, because everything in Warframe looks slick.
Yeah, really did.
But
next news. Let's go.
Moving on. There's the actually, I guess we forgot to mention this a little bit earlier, but about the Xbox Series S, there has been a concern about storage on it. It's able to run games nice enough, but it's not. It doesn't have a huge storage, and which is kind of a detriment for a console that is only digital download. There's no disc drive on it.
Number one concern I feel is that
What?
It's the number one
What?
concern.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys
And,
not hear me right there? Did I like cut out?
No,
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah,
think
no.
yeah. It sounded like you were gonna say more, and so I was like waiting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Mhm.
Super
Yeah.
great.
This is
That was cool. Yeah, just a weird tunnel thing, I guess.
yeah.
But the Xbox Series S is going to have 364 gigabytes of available storage for games
Okay.
out of its 512.
So for those of you guys who don't understand that, like every time you turn on your Xbox for the first time or your PlayStation for the first time, it has a fucking update. Like, how do you guys not? Do you guys don't know realize that? You guys must forget that. Like,
Right.
it has an update. This
course.
is kind of this is what Eric has been screaming about for the longest time. Just like to specify it, you know, like it does say it's gonna have 500 gigs, but is it really though? But
Like, it's not fully 500 gigs.
No.
yeah, it's not
Not
fully
even a little.
500
150
gigs.
less than that because the rest of it's going for, the system.
The,
Yeah,
yeah,
like the
the
OS
system, like
mainly.
software and stuff like that, and your account, and like uploading your accounts and stuff like that, and your whatever other
Yeah. Kinds of
hooking up
memory,
the
shit like that.
availability have Bluetooth on your controllers and stuff like that. Like those software updates and stuff are going to be the things that are going to be taking up the storage space. Just to let you guys know. And mathematically, we did the math here, and
Oh my
this
God,
is
we
like
did?
2.4 Call of Duties that you can have. Like, you can only have 2.4 Call of Duties on the Xbox Series S. Just to let you know.
Yeah.
That's not a lot, man. Like, I know the system is cheaper at $300 and it's supposed to be more of an entry-level machine, but like, dude, like, isn't
not a
it
lot,
more than
no.
50-60% of games are sold digitally now? Like, this is a huge problem, I feel. And I know you have your 1 terabyte expansion cards, but they cost $200. That's $100 less than the console, man. Just get a Series X at that point. Like,
Right. Exactly.
I
And the
see
thing
this
is,
as-
like, I would just I could still see it appealing to some people, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, 364 gigabytes. I mean, that's like if most games nowadays are around the 50 gigabyte marker for like, large titles. So we're talking like what, like 7 games?
yeah, it's like 6 games.
You know,
7
maybe
games.
maybe 8 games if they're a little less
I'm
than
guessing,
50.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Uh-huh.
that's not a whole lot, to be honest. It's not a lot at all.
Like
But
like I
it's
was
not a lot
saying-
to us.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be fine for some others, but yeah, I
This
can
is-
see. I
this
could
is-
see. I think the big issue is the really expensive expansion card, because
Uh,
if you do buy it and then you were like, oh man, I'm actually getting more into gaming and I want to have more games. Well, now you have to buy another expansion card, and you're like, well, shit. At this rate, I could have just bought the whole console at the beginning and just had more storage for and better capabilities right out the gate.
Yeah, to be more specific, like if you're getting the S, like the Xbox Series S is a side piece, okay? It's not.
Side
That's
piece.
for side
It's
piece,
not
dude.
the main dish, okay? Like you're honestly like this is the Game Pass console, in my opinion.
Yes.
Like this,
It's
you're
not
getting this
going
at
to
your-
be your bottom bitch, okay?
Yeah, it's not. It's not like that, dude. You got to get it straight. This is like literally the side piece here, okay?
This is like for
you're
your
not.
little son or little daughter or little cousin or whatever that plays
Exactly.
like Fortnite and
Yep.
some
This
other
is,
games
yeah,
that
this,
are
this
reoccurring
is
like
a
that.
this is a
So-
Fortnite and
Yeah.
Call of
This
Duty
is
of the
your
Year
gateway.
console right
This
here.
is your gateway
Duty
drug
of the
for
year.
console.
Warzone, Fortnite,
Yeah.
and one other game.
Yeah, so it's like I got Fortnite downloaded and I got Call of Duty downloaded, and then when the Call of Duty the next Call of Duty comes out in 2021, you can just uninstall the other one and put that one in there, and it'll take its place. And
Yep.
I
Yeah.
mean, if that's all you play is like Apex, Fortnite, and Call of Duty and stuff, then it should be fine for you, honestly. So, the TBH, yeah.
Yeah. Moving on to other news.
Go ahead.
Kinetic Games. Which if you guys don't know who Kinetic Games is, you probably don't. Or you probably do. I mean, if you
And
played
like
it a
us.
lot like us. They're the Desvine Phasmophobia. They
Okay.
announced, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that they are dumpstering the idea of having PvP multiplayer game type for the
Makes
game.
sense.
They said it on like the Reddit a while ago because the game was getting a lot of traction. Everyone loved it and stuff. Everyone was playing it, especially for spooky season and stuff like that. But like it came out to be, they were like, we're trying to do PvP, and they just came out with a prototype for it and like an idea for it. And they just said that they couldn't make it work. Like they said that it just wasn't happening like at all. So they're like, you know
Yeah.
what? Yeah. So they said, we're just gonna stick to what we're doing and focus on fixing all the little bugs that are happening and stuff, because there still are like little bits of bugs and stuff like that there in the game. And they're just gonna try and clean up those up first, and then they're gonna add like more ghosts, new maps and stuff like that later. They also said that the game is still in early access, and due to its like large popularity and like rise in streaming and stuff like that, and the attention that it's getting, they're probably gonna have it in early access a little bit longer than expected. So you can probably expect like it to still be a little bit cheaper, like for a little bit longer, before it gets released and gets a full-fledged game, before it gets that final like good to go thing. That's a full-fledged game. But yeah, for those who don't know, there is word that they're gonna be coming out with another huge map and another small map coming to Phasmophobia, and they have more ghosts and stuff.
That's what I want.
Great. I think the other one is the new large map is a prison, and the other one is like another small house.
Oh yeah, prison would be tight. Yeah, yeah.
Is there a way to do like?
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
Prison would be great.
I'm cool with that. I mean, I thought the PvP thing would be neat and all, but I don't think I would prefer it over the normal.
The only like
mode.
Real thing that I think I want to see, which is what everyone else has been like asking for, at least what I've been seeing all over the internet, like PvE or PvP wise, whatever. I mean, I guess is people have been asking for another spirit box to talk. Because you have the spirit box to talk to the ghost, another spirit box to talk to your dead friends. Or another.
Oh yeah.
If you could, if you're right, like if you could.
You should be able to hear your friends on the spirit box.
Yeah,
cool.
It's on the spirit box, or like even if you could allow them to type to you, because right now it is a PC only. It's sorry, console players out there, it's PC only.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not that stressful on your PC. So if you have like a really a laptop or something, you can still play it too. But anyway, like even if you could, since it's a PC only game, like people were saying, hey, because there's the ghost writing book. I know you guys know about it, but it's like a little book that the ghosts write into. They said if you can like have another version of it, and like have like your dead teammates to type into it, at least say something, like, hey man, like see the ghost walking around, you're in the spirit world, where the hell is this ghost? Like, we're having an issue with this, you can talk to it, because your alive friends can talk to the dead ghosts, to your dead friends, and dead friends can talk to dead friends, but your dead friends can't talk to your alive friends. So if you can, if we can get a bridge, that'd be cool, and maybe make the ghost harder, because that'd be a lot better. But when you're playing in Phasmophobia, you're dead. There's nothing you do. Like that's it. You're just kind of chilling. You're watching everyone else.
So you could just like see the ghost walking around and stuff.
Yeah, you can help them out. Like you can help out your
type
teammates
to your friends in Discord and like, hey, she's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Or I mean, if you get them like a little pager or something, type in, "Hey, it's a room 206. That's where the zombie at right now," or the ghost is at.
Oh, the thing of voice walk would be super cool, dude. Just like one specific voice box, like maybe it's like a high level and it's like really expensive item, but then
exactly.
If you're like in proximity with the person who has the voice box, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really cool. That would be really cool. I would like that a lot.
Like that's one thing that people have been asking for.
Yeah, because then you could just be fucking with people the whole time too.
Oh my god.
What if they did,
like, right behind you.
What if they did like multiple stages? So like,
what's that?
What if they did like multiple stages? So like, for example, you're in like a house, right? And then like the ghost gets pissed and like burns down the house, and you have to run to something else, and it's a totally different stage, and you have to find the ghost again. Like, would that be?
I think there should be 2 ghosts, maybe.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. I mean, like just like a really long hunt that like changes locations.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
That could be pretty cool, I guess. Yeah. Or if there was a way to banish the ghost, something like that, like a way to fight back against it.
That would be cool if you could actually do something about the ghost. But I guess that the whole story of it, quote unquote, is that you're an investigator, and your job is to figure out what the ghost is, so you can send the correct ghost removal team to go after it.
Yeah.
So if it's a demon, you need like a fucking Catholic priest or something like that. Or if it's something else, you need something else. I don't know. So.
But the game's in early access, and I mean, still like it said, and they're adding a fat team to it. They just did, like a bunch of people are working on it now. Whereas before, I think it was literally only one guy.
That's awesome.
So
it was pretty much just one guy.
Yeah, so I mean, it's expect good things. I'm hoping for good things only, dude, and I hope they crank out the content. Like, I really hope
Yeah.
that it like. But then again, I want it to be good content, So, but still, like, and they are working
That's
on
just
fixing.
that's just super cool for the developer though.
Yeah.
Like his game blew up so much. He's like, man, dude, like, like I can like hire people to like help me make more content for it, and it's like that's really cool.
Yeah. But I think that's about it for Phasmophobia, and I was gonna go into Nvidia. Is definitely I don't know what to think of this. But all right, I'll tell you guys. The Nvidia is currently developing a new version of their cloud gaming. For iOS, which is expected to be released later this year. News sites have reported that reported this earlier today. And yeah, this means that the iOS players are now allowed to play Fortnite again. Because they're basically going around Apple. Like, dude, I don't know what. Dude, Apple's gonna be pissed.
So what is NVIDIA gonna do when Apple gets pissed?
Dude, but I don't know what to think, man. Because dude, Nvidia is a heavyweight. Like you're right now.
Apple,
so is that. I think Nvidia is a bigger dog.
No,
I think Nvidia is a bigger dog than Apple right now.
Absolutely not.
Dude, I mean, I'm talking like, dude. If we're talking, I don't know, man.
I mean, we're talking about the cutting edge for specific types of technology, like graphics cards and shit. I mean, but like, Apple is like an enormous corporation. I mean, they don't just have,
Nvidia's pretty big too, dude. Though,
no,
like, I mean,
first
off,
have you seen Apple though?
First off, have you seen their stocks? Okay,
I have seen their stocks.
Nvidia stocks dust Apple. Second off, Nvidia is all over the place. They're not just like in graphics cards. They're in Teslas. They're in like big servers and stuff like that. There's literal servers that they have. They just bought out a whole other micro company, like just now.
That's true. They did
2 weeks ago or something like that. Like they're a pretty big company, and like they're starting to. I think they're right now with like where they are in gaming. I think that this is a little bit bigger than they can chew. But Nvidia is a pretty big company themselves, and I don't know. This is kind of weird, but 100% Apple's pissed. Like, there's no way that they're letting this slide.
I mean, has Apple released a statement about it yet?
No, it's too early. I mean, I'm guessing this is gonna have to come out tomorrow.
They're still thinking about it, yeah.
Or
thinking about how they're gonna go about it.
Making plays to like tomorrow. Like, there's no
Maybe
way.
Epic will like join forces with Nvidia. Be like, we'll come. You like the beacons? We'll arrive. Like, we'll join you.
I don't know. I guess it's so weird though. I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. I don't.
I think it's interesting though. It's kind of a twist in the story I didn't see coming.
Yeah.
You guys got any thoughts on it?
It's kind of a plot twist there. It's weird,
right?
Because Fortnite wasn't necessarily kicked off. It was Epic Games that were kicked off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason was because Epic wanted to use their own launcher through Apple. So like you would go to iTunes Store, download their launcher in order to play Fortnite on, instead of just downloading Apple or downloading Fortnite straight from your iPhone.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a similar thing, because you could be downloading an NVIDIA. It's a cloud gaming service, but it's basically a launcher in layman's, and they will be able to bypass Apple in order to. So I don't know.
NVIDIA.
I think. What's that, Eric?
NVIDIA could have a deal with Apple. Be like, hey, like just let us on here, and we'll give you like whatever percentage of whatever happens through our launcher or our cloud gaming service.
They could have just struck a massive deal with it,
Well, okay, so the way that like the cloud gaming works is you don't download an app on the phone. You stream something. Well, I guess you do.
But you do download the app. Like you stream it through the app.
No, I mean you can use your PC to like send it to your phone.
Yeah, but you'll download the app, or you'll go to a browser
Mitch?
or something like that.
Mitch, damn it!
Like,
we need Mitch, our second my behind man.
Like when you're on your PC, you would click on the cloud gaming NVIDIA button or shortcut on your desktop to go to your library and stream a game from it, and it would be similar on your phone. Like you would have like some kind of app or something. So that's yeah. So I mean, it would basically be an app, yeah.
I don't think it is an app. I think you literally just stream it to your phone, like, and you play it from there because that's how you play it on a refrigerator.
I don't know, man.
I think that NVIDIA is using their cloud gaming.
So I mean,
service.
like you would just yeah. So I mean, you just go to I guess it's done through a browser. Then you would just go to that website on your phone.
So I think that NVIDIA found a way around this, like, and I don't know. That's why I'm like really lost.
If it's done via browser, yeah.
Like,
if
I
it's
think
done via the browser, then it's. I don't really know what Apple could do about it then if it's done via the browser.
Maybe you go to a browser.
Because it's like it's not like every time you buy something, online from your iPhone, it's not like Apple takes a cut of it. Like if you're on Newegg on your phone and you buy something, it's not like Apple gets 10% of it. It goes to Newegg. So yeah,
it could be really
it's really like. It's really cloud gaming is like casting. You know how you cast something to your TV, to do that.
Yeah.
That's basically what we're doing.
No,
so I mean, I think that NVIDIA definitely put Apple in checkmate here, and I think Apple's gonna try and like really slap the hell out of them, like because I don't know, but it definitely I don't know, dude. I think, but
they should partner with Epic and be like,
okay,
get discounted like
I don't know what they would be able to do on it. Yeah,
and skins on through NVIDIA's cloud gaming platform. That would be such a slap in the face.
Yeah, but it's just very. I don't know. I thought this was pretty crazy that NVIDIA just decided to do this. But I also did. This also just came out, and I didn't know that much news about it. That's why I kind of put it in like in the smaller thing because like I'm not 100% sure what really is all going on. And cloud gaming is still pretty new to me. Every time anytime cloud gaming comes on, I do refer to my friend Mitch for like, he's like my.
Oh yeah, he is the guy that
he's the guy who's all about it.
Preaches cloud gaming, yeah.
And I'm sorry guys, I don't have all the information. He usually associates
developing story.
But yeah, this was just developing here, so that's why I had to say it first, because not very many people are covering it right now. So yeah, you heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
But
I haven't seen anything about it, so.
Yeah. I heard it here first.
Yes, so
like I said, it was like earlier today, like.
And we put the news together, so like.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, goddamn, I saw that in the punch list. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it. It's still going up. Expect probably next week Apple to be pissed and.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Or they'll just have to accept
it. Yeah, they'll have to try and make money off of it somehow.
Just let NVIDIA just have their way with them.
The only option I see is like them letting Epic Games back on. That's
so they can at least cash in on Fortnite.
Cash in on something,
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, because they don't make enough money. Yeah.
Yeah, they want to make something.
Apple's struggling for money.
Yeah. Right. But next
esports teams, new esports teams.
Oh, esports team! I didn't know. There's so much going on in esports, and it's really hard for me to keep up. I'm usually the one who does all the esports guys. Sorry, but I do know. 100 Thieves just came out with the Los Angeles Thieves. So they are a basically spin-off esports team. Right now, they're exclusively Call of Duty, like anything COD, Warzone COD, multiplayer COD.
They're the Call of Duty guys.
They're the Call of Duty guys, but they're for LA. Like they're for LA teams. Which also I wanted to say this like too and bring this story up because a while ago, like freaking like a year ago, I want to say, we were saying that for teams they should have like city names and stuff like that. Like they should have like the Miami the Miami Mayhem and
the
stuff
Miami
like that.
Heat,
they should have like the city names.
Wait.
Like having LA Thieves, it, like is definitely like a fire thing that they did. Like it's pretty cool. They do have their own logo and everything like that too. They just officially announced everything. They have a huge trailer going on and stuff like that. It's on Twitter and stuff, but yeah, 100 Thieves is a pretty cool organization, and I thought it was cool that they actually came out with the Call of Duty only league thing. But yeah, it's supposed to be for 2021. But yeah,
okay.
that's all. That's like the biggest esports news that I got.
All right, then.
Cool.
Moving on into the upcoming releases and deals, we got a couple. The Walmart will be selling the PS5s on November 12th at 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m., and 9 p.m. This came out via Walmart's Twitter.
This is all
So
online.
I guess Walmart is still going to be selling the consoles in stores. So
No, it's
I guess
online.
if you
It's
do
online.
want to, what was that, Eric?
It's online.
Oh, it is online
Yeah,
still.
it's online.
Oh,
Online.
okay. Oh, so those are like the windows that you can
Yeah.
buy
Yeah.
online.
Yeah, those are
Oh,
the.
okay.
It's like we're up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'll be setting my
Okay.
phone for every one of those alarms.
Oh yeah. Oh man, it's pretty soon here, kids. So yeah, keep on the lookout. Walmart, 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m., and 9 p.m. Is going to be your windows of purchasing the
You'll
consoles
have
via
probably
Walmart.
10 seconds to get one. So.
Yeah. 10. It will. Yeah, it will definitely be like out in 10 seconds. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's why I'm gonna set an alarm for like the 9 p.m. one because I'm gonna be at work and I'm not gonna be able to like buy it ASAP. But yeah.
Moving on. The PS5 has. I guess this kind of should have been up there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we got it. Yeah.
This
My
is
bad.
also about the usable storage. We talked a little about the usable storage in the Xbox Series S. PS5, is a lot more storage. It's also a larger console than the Series S version. PS5 has 667 gigabytes of usable storage out of its 825 gigabyte SSD. That is after you take out Astro's Playroom, which was kind of like that showcase game that was created for the PlayStation 5 that kind of showcased a lot of the new technologies and stuff. Astro's Playroom can be deleted, so you don't have to worry about taking up 40 or however many of your gigs with a game that you don't want to play. So obviously you will be able to delete that. No worries there.
Yeah.
EA Play will be added to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate on November 10th, the same day the Series X releases, and with it comes Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So
Sick.
that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jedi Fallen Order was a great game, and if you haven't got a chance to play it, if you have Game Pass Ultimate, you'll get a chance to play it on the 10th, which is in 4 days. So keep a lookout for that.
Highly recommend it for sure.
I'm mad excited.
Very good game.
Yeah. Oh, solid. And I think that was kind of all the news we had. Yeah, I mean, the biggest hullabaloo this week has pretty much been the consoles. So
yeah, that and the elections, but we're not gonna talk about that any more than I just said.
Oh yeah,
It's still going on, dude. It's still going on. It's like
yeah, right?
It's like everyone's just watching.
Yeah, but that's not going on.
It's like the whole world is watching the shit show that is the the American election
process.
a year. Yeah,
but
good times. But
yeah, if you guys are on later though, I'll probably be streaming.
Yeah.
Folklore.
Oh yeah, Folklore Hunter. Oh, we got to try that other map now. Apparently, I had it backwards.
Yes.
Apparently, the other map, the blood something.
Blood Gulch.
That was
Blood
the new
Forge?
map. Blood Forge, Blood Gulch, Blood something.
Yeah, something.
That's the new map. That's the one. I thought the Wendigo one was the new one, but this is the new one. Oh yeah, we've been playing a new game. I guess we can talk about it real quick because it's cool. But yeah, we've been playing a new game. Not really that new. Came out like in June, March, some shit like that of this year. But it's called Folklore Hunter. It's kind of like that game Bigfoot that we tried to play. That was, kind of boring, honestly.
Except
but it's actually a lot better.
Times better.
Like it's, I mean, yeah, you're just a hunter and you try and hunt these mythical creatures in this large open world map, and yeah, the creatures in the map reacts to you and stuff. So like, the creatures learn from what you do. Like for example, if it saw you in one place, while it was hunting that one night and you escaped, the next time it goes hunting, it's gonna go look there. So
that's kind of scary.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty fucking terrifying, to be completely honest. Actually,
yeah, it's actually
we played it last night. It's actually was a lot scarier than I thought it was gonna be. Like the sounds in it are like really crazy. Like Eric, when you see like a horror movie and stuff, and like you hear like the music just kind of like
Yes.
like just dead silences. Like it gets really dead silence right before like a jump scare or some shit like that. The game does that. Like you'll be walking around and you'll hear like little chirps of critters and stuff like that, and bugs flying around and shit, and then all of a sudden you'll hear nothing, just like your footsteps, and then you start feeling growls in the distance, and it's and then like your character's heart rate will start like bumping up like crazy.
Is this only on PC or is it on consoles?
It's really intense. I don't know if it's on consoles. We're playing it on PC. It is an early access, so I feel like early access game of that type is probably just a Steam game.
Yeah,
it is only $12. It's pretty cheap. And allegedly, we haven't tested this out yet, but allegedly, according to the Steam page, you can do quote unquote unlimited co-op.
What?
With an unlimited number of your friends. I don't know what that means, but I was looked up to see if it was co-op. I'm like, oh, it is co-op, and I was like, oh, how many people can play? And then it just says unlimited. I don't know, just like, as many people can join it as you want, I guess. I mean, I doubt it, but
there's no way.
I mean, I'm sure at least 4 people will work. I mean, but if you can get like 10 people in there, that'd be pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Just ganging up on like a fire
right. Just for real, like just like all the things outside of its yeah. But it's definitely like it's in my opinion it's a scary game. It's scarier than I thought it was gonna be, but it's not as scary as Phasmophobia because in Phasmophobia we were all screaming, and when we would see the ghost or hear the ghost, and when we would see the ghost, we would continue to scream. Like that's how it was. Like it's just and then we would scream for like 20 seconds and stuff. Just like forever, the entire duration that the ghost is attacking and shit like that. But this one has the creepiness factor is through the charts. Like I have yet to play besides like maybe Outlast. The creepiness is definitely where it's like gets you
like atmospheric than actual horror.
I think it's the atmosphere, and I think the sound design that really does it. It's just like whenever, like anytime nighttime falls, it immediately becomes like way more intense.
Yep. Yeah. And there is like the runes and stuff like that are just very creepy to come across in the middle of the night, especially when you can't. It's like pitch black as night, like for nighttime. And also like for me, maybe it's other people don't really care as much, but like there's parts where there's literally the little kid is like trying to talk to you and stuff in the forest. And when you're in the forest, you hear like a phantom ghost kid trying to talk to you, and it's the creepiest. Like it's so. Like that's what I'm saying. I think it's more creepy, and it's like, dude, I'm like, it just makes that
it's actually really, it's really unsettling because the Wendigo will like mimic a child.
Yes, it's
so like, help me. You're like, no, thank you.
Nope, you're gonna die, kid.
And then,
no, fuck you, kid. Yeah.
And then like we found like the altar at one point, one of these altars and all these ruins, and it was like singing like nursery rhymes, and I was like, dude, this is just, I was done.
Yeah,
I was like, man,
I was singing
I'm kind of done, dude.
Like, I'm like,
come on.
That's scary.
Please. Please stop.
It's like you never feel so defenseless when you have a gun, but you still feel defenseless.
Does it have, like,
it's so.
You said the sound design was good. Is it like akin to like Hunt Showdown sound design, where it has like that 3D audio and you can like really hear everything?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because like when you hear like the unsettling like inhuman roar of the monster like way in the distance, like you could pretty much like track exactly to where that sound came from.
Yeah.
So it is really good.
Yeah, it sucks we couldn't put the gameplay on here, but like in like the gameplay video itself, like you could see us like you probably won't be able to hear it, but you can tell in the video like that we just heard something weird because all of us just look in one direction and we just look there for like 20 minutes. And we don't move. We're just like, oh
the
my
game
God.
is all just like walking around for a little while, and then we're like,
yeah, dude, we're like, oh yeah, look at this note, we found a note, and then we all just stop, we're just staring at one spot, not moving. Like,
you're like,
yeah, dude. We just like standing there. We were like, oh my God. So yeah, it's sound design definitely.
How do you think that would work on like, say they brought it to like PlayStation 5 or something with like the DualSense, like maybe your heartbeat like races and you hear that, like you feel the controller just like.
Like, yeah, I think like the haptic, like the controller itself pulses like.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be really sick.
I think that's the thing too, though. It's like so early access, and I feel like I'm such a small like developer that's making this right now. I can't remember who's making it right now, but it's so early, and like there's still like lots of glitches. I don't know if they would be able to like bust out all the PlayStation.
Yeah,
Right.
I think realistically,
yeah. Later down the road.
I think realistically, the game is probably too small time to be multi-platform.
They're probably not even on. Sony.
But I mean, we'll see. I mean, we don't know because I mean, I wonder if the Phasmophobia developers are considering it now. I mean, because they made this game that was originally just going to come out to Steam as like as a one-man developed game that somehow like blew up on Twitch, and now they're just like, should we just like make this for other consoles
PlayStation,
now?
PSVR.
Yeah.
PSVR. It's PSVR. I think really it like comes down to like Sony and Microsoft or whatever wanting them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any small developer like this or whatever, for both these games, for Phasmophobia and for Folklore are like, no, we don't want. We just want to be on PC.
Take your millions of dollars elsewhere. Like,
well, we don't want your money.
Yeah.
You don't?
It comes down to like, Sony's probably hitting them up right now. But
yeah.
I think that's about it, right? That's all.
Yeah, that about wrapped it up. So it looks like we successfully kept it under 2 hours today. So
true.
Good job, boys. Good job.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go ahead and round out the show. Thank you for stopping by. As always, listeners, we stream this podcast live every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/FPSGuides. Also, for our YouTube friends, please check out our Twitch and drop us a follow and maybe unsubscribe. If you're feeling extra frisky,
just saying.
just saying. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to. I'm not gonna say just follow because the subscription would also be pretty sick. I mean, if you're watching any of our content like on YouTube, Twitch, please like, subscribe, comment, follow,
comments,
all that good stuff. Oh, I'm sure. That's feedback is important. Is it always nice?
No. No.
Is it ever nice? No. But it is what it is. You can check out all of our content, like I said, Twitch, YouTube, wherever podcasts can be found on our website, FPSguides.com. Also, check out our Discord. Link is in the description on Twitch and YouTube. So please feel free to come and chat and play with us, or just pop in and peruse our choice meme section. Whatever suits your fancy. But anyone have any last thoughts?
I don't think so. Next week is what? The 13th? Okay, yeah, we should be good. So normal, podcast and everything next week. Be using OBS instead of this garbage Streamlabs. So
yeah, some people have trouble with Streamlabs. I don't know. It is what it is. But all right. Well, thank you for stopping by. Please remember to be safe. Have a great weekend. Wash your hands. And if you're a ballot counter, hurry the fuck up. And
why are you watching this? Just stop watching this. Go count.
Stop watching this. Should you be counting? But anyways, have a good weekend, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Remember to play games.
All right, see ya.